Hi, welcome to my channel, and this is Krista here. And if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notifications bell and leave a thumbs up on this video if you guys enjoy it. And I kind of want to give like a different type of vibe, different type of energy, since this is gonna be a video of me explaining something that I haven't talked about before. So I kind of want to just give it an introductory. So like, I'm Krista and it's nice to meet you guys. And the title of this video, as you guys can see down below, is gonna be me basically just telling everybody about my story of being legally blind and having a disability, and everything that I go through on a daily basis. I want to give y'all a glimpse into my life on how I get through while going through such a challenging thing in my life. So I hope you guys can find like this video to be very interesting. I hope that anybody out there that's watching can relate to this story, because everybody has something that they go through in so many different ways, and others' problems can be worse than the next person. So I just want to give y'all a story on what I go through in my everyday life and how I keep myself motivated to keep going and not to give up on life. So yeah, so I hope you guys can enjoy this video and give it a thumbs up, and let's just hop right into it. Okay, so we're gonna start from the beginning. So I'm going to first off explain my visual impairment, my disability. So to start off, I have a visual impairment called cortical visual impairment. Now, I've done a little bit of research on my condition, but it was only because I was going to school, my high school years, I was at a visually impaired school. So I had to do a project one year of looking up my disability and, doing a project on it and whatnot. So I can't really go give y'all full details. So if y'all want to know more in depth about my disability, I will put it in the description box so y'all can go and read on it and stuff. So let's just say cortical visual impairment is basically where my vision is it's dealing with the visual part of my brain, and basically I'm trying to focus, it's like an image that my vision is trying to focus on, but it can't focus. It has trouble making out what it is and things like that. And I also have a vision acuity of 2200. So that's why I'm considered legally blind, because it's 2200. And how I became this way, because I was born this way. Well, actually I wasn't born blind. well, like with a legally blind or with this disability. Basically what happened was when I was born, I had a seizure, and I guess it affected the visual part of my brain, and I had to stay in the hospital for a while. I was in the NICU, and I couldn't be held by anyone or any of the sort. And so basically the doctors, like, they knew that something would be wrong, but they just didn't know what. So as I got older, it started off with my eyes starting to cross, and I ended up having surgery. So that's how they knew, like, it was something gonna be wrong with my eyes. So I ended up getting surgery on my eye. I got surgery on one eye first when I was in elementary. Like, I was in like kindergarten maybe, and I had surgery on one of my eyes because the surgeons was basically trying to fix the issue, but it couldn't fix it. All it could do was fix the crossing in my eyes. And I ended up a few years later getting surgery on both eyes. But like, another thing that happens with my eyes is that when I'm looking, like, it seemed like I'm looking like somewhere else, like I'm off in space somewhere. And I figured out that had to be something that came with my vision issue. So yeah, so like I said, I can't really too much explain the condition, like the disability, but I will leave it in the description box below so you guys can read on it. And I just want to, touch bases on this, and maybe someone else out there, because I love all the people in the that's blind and visually impaired. I love all the people because all their stories are very important, and I hope that mine can be very important as well. So, okay, next topic is, so my eye doctor would always say that my vision as I get older will become much worse. And I honestly, of course, as a child, couldn't understand it. But then as I got older, I started to realize, like, how my vision would be. But I've always had a vision where one day I can see fine and I do very well. And then the next, it's to where it's like I can't see nothing at all. Like, something will be right in front of me and I just won't see it. And like, of course, I had glasses. I was prescribed glasses all my life. I used to take eye drops and things like that. And I always just thought that glasses didn't help me at all. But I feel like I've never really gotten to give glasses a chance, because growing up, of course, you get picked on, you get called so many different names. And for me, my biggest thing was I always wanted to, be like this person where I fit in, but you can't always, fit in. And I always wanted to be like everyone else and not have a disability. And I've always cried growing up. I still cry to this day, and I never could understand why I have a disability. But as I talk to God, I understand that it's just something that I have to learn how to cope with and get through. So I try to get better each and every day with embracing the fact that I'm disabled, and I have to stand out from everyone, because you don't have to always fit in to everyone's type and things. Like, it's good to stand alone, it's good to stand out and show people different, you know what I'm saying? And so day by day, I have to continue to tell myself that it's okay to be the way you are, because everyone was made special in their own way. And I used to take it hard getting picked on in school. I would cry all the time, and I would say, like, I wish I could see like all the other kids. And I just used to cry about it. And then once I got older, I wanted to fight about it. But, I'm trying to, embrace it. And I feel like a big part helped me once I went to the visually impaired school. I think it taught me a lot, because growing up, I was never around anyone with an eye condition the way I am. I've always been around everybody where they all normal and they in school, we all in school and they normal, and I'm the only outsider who have to have all these special needs and stuff like that. But once I went to the visually impaired school and I was more around people like me, it changed my perspective on things, because everybody, in the world right now is going through things with a disability. Not even just people with eye conditions, people who is in a wheelchair, who can't move, and they're paralyzed and things like that. They're much worse off than me. And I feel like one way to look at my impairment is by always reminding myself, like, it could have been different. You could have been born, like, I could have been born where I couldn't see light at all. And I've been around people at the school who has been born legally blind and who can't see at all. They've never been able to see what the sunlight looks like, the beautiful day, or see trees, see how animals look, or anything like that. So God did bless me with the vision that I do have. So I accept it, and I try to learn how to process it and make it through with it, because it could be much worse. So I try to, tell myself that it's okay to be who you are, because who you are is good, you know what I'm saying? And so I work with it. And also, I want to get into my everyday life of how things go, where I have to feel around for stuff, and like touching on this topic of being legally blind is kind of tough sometimes, because every time someone talks about my impairment, about me being legally blind, it's so hard for me to discuss it without going straight into tears, because it's so hard for me, because I've always thought about all the stuff of what I can't do. And a lot of times, if you always hearing what you can't do, it kind of crushes you, and you feel like you being like crushed down all the time, because like you feel in your heart like, I can do this, like I can do anything. But then if you always have somebody saying, well, you can't do that because of this and things like that, it's kind of tough to like, get through with it as well. And especially with the fact that I can't drive. I probably can't even work on a job. And it hurts to feel like your whole life someone has to do for you Someone has to take care of you and things. And a lot of things I try to teach myself as well, like how to cook. I know how to clean. Sometimes I know how to do my hair. I did my hair this time. But it's a lot of things, that I try to teach myself in life. And also, a good part of going through something is when you talk to God and He becomes your everything. He's your everything in life, because when you don't know how to get through life, you don't know where to go, you don't know where to turn, that's where you have Him, because He puts everything into place the way it needs to be for you. And that's why I do stay strong. I feel like I'm such a really big, strong person because I have God on my side, and I always talk to Him every single chance I get, every day, all day. I make sure that I talk to Him. And this is another subject that I want to speak on. So I really didn't take these things very hard of being disabled until it got time to graduate from high school, because that's the point in your life where you figuring out, okay, what's next, what's to do to start my future of being a successful person and being happy in life. And so once it got close time for me to graduate, I had always had everything. I was like, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna go and do childcare because I love babies so much. That's my second passion. My first passion is being a singer. My second passion is babies. I love babies so much. I could watch babies all day long. And so I was gonna go to school for childcare. I had it planned out. But once I graduated, and that summer was the most toughest thing for me, I will say, because I cried every day. I prayed every day, asking, can I please do something? I was like, can I please go to school? And I had a discussion on why going to college wouldn't be the best thing for me. And it was hard, because it's still hard now, because I'm still dealing with it, where I'm constantly praying, like, what is out there for me? What's something that's good for me to do? And I don't want to just be sitting in the house every single day depressed. And I want to get up and do something about it. I want to find something that fits me, that suits me for my condition. And my most motivation is legally blind people that I've met who are so successful, and they made it through without being able to see a day of light, being born blind, and they was able to make it through. So it's an inspiration for me when I see people like that. And so, it's hard for me right now, because like this whole year I've been at home with nothing to do, and it makes me sad because I don't want people to think of me as this person who's not trying to be successful or not trying to do anything, just want to sit on my behind all day. Like, it's such of a big fight in me where I'm constantly trying not to give up, and I'm constantly fighting, like, well, I know there's something out there for me. I know it's gonna happen. And I'm just praying to God, and I'm being patient, and I'm patiently waiting on my time, because I know my time is gonna come. I just have to let him do what he have to do and work on me and work through me. So that's that. So it's very challenging in life to know like that I can't do stuff. Like, I can't go in a store and make it back to the car on my own. I can't make out a description of who is who. Like, it's where my vision is one of those things, like, it's just like bad, and my emotions dealing with it every day be so many different ways. And that's why I try to push it to the back of my mind. Like, of course I know that I'm legally blind, but I try not to think about it, because when I think about it and I think of all the stuff, when I feel like I'm constantly being like pushed down because of my disability, like, it makes me so very emotional to talk about it, and I just immediately start to cry and burst into tears because of it. And also, people can look at you differently because you are disabled, but you know, you just have to believe in yourself. That's one thing I have to remember. Believe in me. Believe that I can do it. Believe that one day something will happen for me and things will change. So I'm kind of like all over the place in this video, because I'm trying to think of everything that I need to discuss and like talk about. I feel like I was kind of covering pretty much all of the things, but also I do want to let you guys know that I will be starting a series of my disability on my TikTok, and my TikTok is Krista, KRISTA RENEE02. If y'all want to check me out, that's my main page. But I will also direct y'all to my series page where I'll be doing the series. But y'all can just go follow me over there, and I'll just direct y'all to my channel where the series will be. And I just hope that anybody that comes across this video, please share it with everybody. Please subscribe to the channel. And also another thing is, like, it's also pretty hard when you from a small town where nobody know, because it's hard for you to put yourself out there and, you know, share your story or share anything, you know, when you're from a small town and people don't recognize you and they don't notice you or nothing like that. So that's another thing for me too. But I just hope that anybody who sees this video, I hope that you guys can watch my journey, watch me, you know, grow and get from a depressing place of feeling like it's a bad thing to be disabled and be different from others. I want to, you know, start to show you guys that I can be driven and motivated to continue to work through this disability and show that it's not a bad thing to be different and stand out. And I hope that other people with a disability that's legally blind can, relate to this message and can share this video as well, and we can, share our stories together and show how we are strong women and men, because everybody go through the same thing with a disability. Well, not like the same thing, but like just having an eye condition in general is tough, because it's a lot of stuff that you can't do because of it. You're very limited to what you can do. And in my case, like I don't think I've been positioned in a place where I can go out into the world and know how to maneuver through the world on my own without having to depend on somebody all the time and lean on somebody to be my guide. And it's very challenging for me. It's very tough for me. So I just hope that you guys can share my story. You guys can relate to my story and just understand where I'm coming from, because it's very hard for me. And I want to stay consistent with showing you guys everything that happens. And it was a big thing for me to come out and share my story with everyone and explain to everyone about me being disabled. And I know that there's a lot of more people in the world who don't feel comfortable with coming to share any disability that they have or anything that they go through. And everybody, go through things in life. And I just want to say, like, get on here, just make these videos and come out to everybody, because everybody can relate to everybody in the world on something. There's always going to be another person that's going through the same stuff that you're dealing with, but that next person probably could be going through something much worse. But everybody goes through things. It's life, and we just have to stay strong and know how to keep going and keep pushing and stay fighting for what you want in life. Don't ever give up on your dream or your passion or becoming successful. Just do you, because you works for you. You is a good version of you. Nobody could be how you are. Everybody is different in their own ways. So I just wanted to come and share my story to everybody and get it out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope that you can share it with everyone around you and just give it very much good positivity, good energy, and spread light on your stories and things like that. And I just thank you guys for everything, and I would love to have a support system where if I ever feel like, one of those days where I'm down and I can't call on somebody, I can have my internet supporters that I can always vent to and feel comfortable with. Now, what I will say is, if I was to have a support system on the internet, I would choose to say what I want to say. I wouldn't let people on my personal life because then once you give people your personal life, they gonna feel like they know you and they can say anything and they know everything about you more than you even know yourself sometimes. So you gotta choose what you say wisely. You gotta know when enough to say is enough to say and not to say too much. You gotta know what's a little teeny tiny something to say to people, you know, and not just overstepping and just start just going in on all your business. Like, no, you can't do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys can share it, like it, comment, anything. Feel free to say whatever you want under this video, because everybody has their own opinions about everything. Comment what your story is or what you have experienced in your life and how you are making it work for you. So that is the end of this video, and I hope to see you guys I hope to see the support, and I will be vlogging because I will be buying a vlogging camera. So I'm gonna be so excited to film and do vlogs and do pranks and challenges for you guys. It's gonna be such amazing things to come to show you guys. I'm trying to take this more seriously because I really want YouTube to be where it could be a job for me, because since I can't get a job in the real world and be out on a job and, you know, make it with my type of site that I have, I think it would be so amazing to be a content creator and just work from home and just vlog all the time and post fun videos for everybody and things like that. So let me know how you guys feel about this video in the comments section below, and I will put those things in the description box for you guys. So make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit a thumbs up on this video. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.